described as a very big infraction on the federal character constitutional provisions of this country. You say that more than 70% of the president's appointees are from his southwest region, and that he's effectively skewed his appointments in violation of the principle of federal character. Tell us more.
Well, you have said it all. I don't think I have anything more to add than to say the figures are there. The figures are there. You can look at the figures. I sent you one. I sent you figures. It's not that I'm just making accusations. And it's not that I'm saying, well, the president has no right to do that kind of thing. But there's a constitutional provision. Section 14.3 of the Constitution is very, very clear. When you look at it vis-a-vis the appointments made so far, and they are political appointments, if you are appointments that are professional, so to say, like you can't appoint somebody who is not a soldier to become the chief of army staff, or you can't appoint somebody that is not a police to be the IG of police, and you can't appoint such persons once they don't get suit, they are not qualified. But then when you come to look at political appointments, the Constitution is very clear, and it's because to avoid such infractions that the Constitution section 14.3 clearly states that appointments, especially political appointments, should reflect the federal character, and that is not the case here. And all I'm saying is to call the attention of Mr. President to such infractions so that it can be corrected. Otherwise, these things can boomerang at a certain period of time. Right. It's not. And I know, as you rightly say, people look at me as somebody that is critical of the government. I have the right to do that in the first place. And in fact, that's why I'm in the National Assembly in the first place. Collectively, we are supposed to oversight the acts of Mr. President and point out some of these irregularities. Absolutely. That is what we swore to do. It's not personal. I think I have better personal relationship with most of these people that are talking about Tinubu. And I can say in the North, if you count, or not up to 5 people that have close relationship with Mr. President, Ndume is one of them. But that does not stop me from speaking the truth and have obligation to do that, especially when all of us know that at the end of it all, each one of us will stand before God, and God will ask him to account for what he is responsible for. You understand? And that's why I'm saying this. And besides, we are all in this government. What will we tell our people? When you have these figures out, it's already viral, it's already in circulation. But you know what? From now, after this interview, those attack dogs or MAGA dogs will start attacking Ndume, not the message. And that's why we always get it right. It is not about Ndume or me being a senator. As a Nigerian, I have the right to voice out all these things. Not only that, I have the right to even protest. I have the right. That is guaranteed by the Constitution. But from tomorrow, those so-called Tinubu boys or people will start attacking Ndume. Oh, he's a frustrated person.
But I mean, the facts are there, though, aren't
Yeah, the facts are there. These are the facts. I brought it here so that you can see it. I sent it to you. These are facts, and I'm not the one that created it. These are facts extracted from what is going on there.
But is it the generality of his appointments, or is it the more sort of juicier jobs?
No. It's not about juicier jobs. It's about spread. It's about equity. It's about justice. You understand? And look, the coming of Mr. President is based on justice, equity, and fairness. And it is expected that he will continue in that direction to ensure fairness.
You mean because he came from the South?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one. But he swore as a president to be fair, equitable, and justful. That is what the president swore to be. But that is not what is being reflected in the events, whether he knows it or he doesn't know. That's why I called on his attention to look at these things so that he can do something about it. That is the issue. And now I'm also begging or calling those attack dogs out there to please address the issues.
Rather than Senator Ndume.
Right. Address the message. Because I know now those attack dogs who cannot, I repeat, defend the president when the chips are down. Why I'm saying chips are down, most of them, go and check them. I did my research too. I will come up with the figures. Almost 60 or 70% of them are half Nigerians. You know why? I accuse you of one time of being.
This is not new again. It is obvious. Everybody knew this, could even testify. This is political-based appointment. And again, to take over power in 2027. And these are the reasons. What you see, 70% appointment are all from the South, Tinubu's boys. It is obvious, and we see what is happening in the country. And being the 70% appointment in Yoruba, in the South, even here. So we are not really seeing the changes in that region too. Do you understand? We are not seeing the changes in that region. All the Yoruba land, insecurity, Fulani is still taking over, herdsmen is still taking over. And that is the problem we have with these APC members. Anyway, it's even better. Senator Undume is APC member. APC senators is the one criticizing Tinubu like this, that Tinubu has failed. If you listen to the full interview, what Senator Undume said, how he criticized Tinubu's government, that he has failed. The thing is, the APC members will not see what this man said to Ahmed, see what he said right. They will, just like he said, they do attack dogs. They will attack the messenger, not the message. Just the same way they leave the message of that young girl, that copper there. They attack the young girl for saying Tinubu is terrible, as if Tinubu government is not terrible. Tinubu himself is terrible. The government is terrible. All the APC members, they are terrible for defending the indefensible of Tinubu's government, as if they don't know. They will leave the realities and start attacking the messenger and leave the message. They've also attacked me many times by sending me there as if I care. They will continue to send there and attacking. They are not then sabi. So when you look at it, how would you have it? How would you have one Nigeria like this when you are biased as a president? You are biased already. So how do you expect this country to work under your leadership? Because all these people you employ, some of them, they do not even merit that appointment. It's by paddy, because they know the reason why they appoint you. You must not disobey. If these are appointment based on qualifications, it doesn't matter where you comes from. Then people will know how difficult it is for them to get that appointment. And once you are there, you should know how to work harder to make sure you remain in that position. If you are not relevant, they will remove you. It will not take time because people voted for. But this one is just recommendation, my boy. If your boy did something wrong, he's not going to change anything. You can only go and apologize to your master, and your boy did something wrong. Nobody. Master says he should stay there. He will stay there. If not, we have a lot of ministers that are not performing. I don't want to mention names. We have a lot of ministers that are not performing that should have been fired by now, but today they are still there. These are the reasons. These are what we are talking about. The appointment is based on, it's political based appointment, and it's affecting the country, is affecting the system. Somebody will say that yes, Buhari did the same thing, but we must not follow what Buhari did wrong, because Buhari did something wrong. That was why we needed somebody to come and change the situation, to change things for us. We shouldn't bring in somebody to continue in that trajectory of Tinubu's, of Buhari's government that does not yield any good thing for Nigerians. So Tinubu shouldn't continue in that direction. But I'm not surprised, because he said that, like Peter Obi will say, everything he said he was going to do, he was going to continue from where Buhari stopped. He is actually doing everything in a negative ways. Tinubu is asking you to tighten up your belt. He has come to damage the country. Like, seriously? So I don't understand. Like this, we cannot have a good Nigeria. We cannot have a good country. It's never going to work. It's not about seeking power. Just thinking about the next appointment without thinking about the welfare of the citizens you are looking after. You don't care. All the APC members, as of today, they don't care. For them, Nigeria has already changed. We are already living in abroad. Like this. Appointment is based on my boy. No. But they did the same thing. People are complaining. So it should not be like that. We are saying we are one Nigeria. Where is that one Nigeria? I've been saying this. It is only the name Nigeria that binds every one of us together. But in terms of ways of life and everything, we are not the same. The hatred is just too much for one another, for one region or the other. These are the reason why this hatred will continue, because the appointment is not circulating, is not going to different regions, different zones to make things work for their region. You bringing in somebody, everybody from Yoruba. Is it the same Yoruba? Is it only Yoruba that are facing problems in this country that you are appointing them? They are all within the Yoruba land. They don't go out of the Yoruba land to know the problem what others are facing. So if those people come reporting, it will look as if they are lying, because nobody is representing them from that region at the national level. Do you understand? Even if some of them, they come with report or things like that, before you listen to them, it becomes a problem. It takes years, times before they listen to them, before they approve one or two things for them, becomes a problem. And these are the problems. Like this, we are not going anywhere. Let's just leave this talk here and there. Like this, the problems started from the top. So you cannot have a good country, a good government with like this when you are being biased to the country itself. No. Anyway, Senator Ondume said it all. So please share this video.